boy. He is only 9 years old, but he already knows he is going to leave the world. He is living with cancer, which is gradually taking over his whole body. Bailey has long since stopped being a child and has become a real wise adult. He is struggling and hanging on for dear life so he can meet his little sister. Baby Millie was born when Bailey was just days away. Bailey had been battling cancer for 15 months. He went into the hospital because of a virus, but it turned out to be much more complicated than that. He had cancer, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, which progressed rapidly and actively. He was in a lot of pain that day. We thought it was a virus or something when my son started screaming in pain. They rushed him to the hospital. Then everything was a blur, his father recalls. They started immediate treatment. After a while the boy could even go back to school. Everything was going well. Doctors talked about a full recovery. A few months later, the doctors saw on an MRI scan that the cancer was returning. The boy started chemo again. This situation happened again. The doctor said that the chances were getting smaller and smaller. Time after time the cancer had already returned several times after courses of aggressive chemo. On the third time, he told his parents that the next time, if any, would be the last. Nothing could be done anymore. Another checkup showed that Bailey already had stage IV cancer. Now it was definitely the end. We told him that. Bailey broke down. I could see he was terrified, that he understood everything, his mother recalls. Now he made it his goal to meet his little sister. His mom was expecting a baby at the time, and that thought kept Bailey going. He didn't want to say goodbye to life until he saw her. His parents were terribly depressed. They were glad that Bailey was even spending a few days at home. Then he had to go back to the hospital. It was a difficult time for his mother Rachel, who was expecting a baby. He came up with the girl's own name, Millie. And Bailey waited for his baby sister. He even started taking care of her, changing diapers, rocking her, singing to her. He did all the things a loving older brother should do. The boy was getting worse. He could hardly sleep. I wanted to see my sister, and I saw her. Now I can go out of my life in peace. My mother says there is no pain and suffering there. That's where I rest, Bailey said. Doctors were still trying to relieve him, but the cancer had reached his brain. He was moved to hospice. Bailey was no longer responding to anything. It was obvious he was leaving the world. His parents sat at his bedside for hours. The baby was on painkillers, but suffering. His mother told him, "Bailey, that's it, stop agonizing, stop." She hugged him. Soon after, he really did stop, just and peacefully. He stopped breathing. His friends and family in superhero costumes marched to the crematorium to say goodbye to the boy. This colorful procession would surely have pleased him. Bailey said, "We only have 20 minutes to cry. Then we got to take care of Millie and Riley, his little brother," Mom recalled with a smile. He was the best big brother, for sure.